Did I start? Here we go. Happy Memorial Day, people. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. It's me, John Avenger, once again. Yeah, I wanted to do my podcast a little different. Hey, Network 98, nice to see you here. We're doing Olympus Has Fallen. We're finally going to do a live commentary for this movie, this awesome kick-ass action movie from 2013 that I really enjoyed watching. I'm going to turn it on right now. Just be in the chat. I'll be here all night because, I was going to do this podcast for later today, but it's going to be chaos outside. They're going to be shooting fireworks and barbecuing and people making noise, watching sports or whatever. I decided to do the right thing and just do a podcast for, this glorious holiday, Memorial Day. I like this movie. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's a good movie. It's a really fun action movie. Is it the best movie of 2013? No, but I did like this movie. I like the sequel, London Has Fallen, and even the third one is not horrible. It's got its moments. Angel Has Fallen. They're going to do a fourth one, I heard, on the TV series. Skip. No, let me skip these. Let me just mute this for now. I'm going to skip the trailers and we'll get right to the movie. I just wanted to give a nice patriotic, opening. And I remember the words because I've been singing the national anthem since I was a kid. What's your second favorite movie of all time? That would be the Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, my first is Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, and then the fourth is a tie between Avengers and Avengers in Endgame. I couldn't do Avengers Endgame; it's too freaking long. So let's play this movie. Let's do this. Olympus Has Fallen. I finally get to do this after waiting 3 months. I set this podcast back in February, and I wanted to do it for you guys today. Let me lower this. I don't want it to be too loud because it is. There are people sleeping right now. Other people in other states, it's like where my friend Josh lives. It's like 10 o'clock, so it's still Happy Memorial Day, Jalen. What's up? But what people that live here in the East Coast between New York and like I don't know, like Florida, like my friend Tevia, yeah, most of them live in a time zone where it's 12, so it's already Memorial Day. And I wanted to do something patriotic. I haven't done anything patriotic in a long time. I'm a proud U.S. citizen, guys. I was born here, raised here, and even though people are assholes in this country sometimes, I still get through everything because we're America and we're strong. I'm wearing my Captain America shirt for this occasion, even though this is not a Marvel movie. But later tonight, I'm going to be seeing Avengers, the first 2012 Marvel Avengers. And I haven't seen this movie in years, so it's been a while. This is a movie made by Millennium Films, the same people that did the Expendables, the good Expendables movies. And this movie doesn't have a commentary, so it's good to do it. And it stars a Scottish man, yeah, playing an American, Gerard Butler, who I really enjoyed. I haven't seen 300, but I'll get to that eventually once I get to see it. Olympus Has Fallen. Here we go. I was going to wait till later, but I'm like, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to do this. So I don't get John, does an Uno movie have no plot? No, I don't want to talk about that. We start with the trees like it's a Twilight movie. Or the opening of Shazam. Clarkson Little Presidential Retreat. Hell yeah, there he is, Gerard Butler. This was his franchise because after 300, they did a sequel prequel without him. There's Aaron Eckhart. Hi, Darius. Far From Home or Homecoming? Homecoming, because Far From Home was great, but the villain wasn't as good as Homecoming. There's Dylan McDermott, I think that's him. Yeah, he was gonna marry Maggie Q. I don't know what he was thinking. He should have stood with her. Some guys are just not built for relationships. This movie is a B for me. It's a good movie. I already did White House Down. I did a live commentary back in February. You can check that out if you want to see another patriotic movie. 4th of July, I'm going to be doing Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days, because there's a scene with an American flag in it. There are actors in this movie I'm not a fan of, but it's mostly the two women. Ashley Judd, she dies in the first 5 minutes, so I can't complain too much. Everything is getting back to normal. I hope so. Good God, I hope so. I want my brother to move out of this house so I could do podcasts without any distractions. Why I don't like Ashley Judd? She's just a boring actress. She went from getting an Oscar nomination to doing movies like Double Jeopardy and the Divergent movies, and I was not a fan of hers. I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan. I like Michelle Monaghan way better in Mission Impossible 3 and onward. Also, this is kind of a Christmas movie at first. Butler's a really good actor. I don't know why people say he can't act. Do I like American Pie? Well, not some of them. The first two films are fun. Wedding is eh. And I haven't seen any of the direct-to-video ones. Bandcamp, Book of Love, or any of those. And I refuse to see that American Pie movie, Girls Rule, because that's some pandering SJW version. It's the same movie just with women. Whoop-de freaking do. Vulture was a better villain. Yeah, he was. And this is better than the second one. The second one is a guilty pleasure. It's not winning awards, guys. I don't watch movies for that. I watch movies. Number one priority is to watch an entertaining movie with no distractions. That's my ideal movie-going experience. And I don't care if 3 people watch me or 300. My last podcast got over 1,000 views, so I'm doing something right. With Infinity War, I got over 1,000 views because people love that movie. You can't blame me. It's the third in an Avengers movie directed by the Russos, and it kicked ass. And they could have cast another actor besides Gerard Butler, but he really impressed me here. He's not overacting like in Gods of Egypt, and he's not using another accent that's not his. Besides, he does an American accent in a lot of movies, even though he's Scottish. So does Karen Gillian. So, yeah. This scene is awesome because I'm like, oh, thank God Ashley does this in the movie for 5 minutes. And they're driving in the snow. I know how hard that is. I've been inside of a vehicle during a snowstorm. He's very charismatic. I think this was the right role for him. Even though London and Angel Has Fallen didn't make billions of dollars, it still made a lot. Where these movies are not $300 million budgeted movies. It's a good movie. And if the DVD doesn't work, I can see it digitally. I have the movie on the digital copy for it. If anything. I couldn't sleep, guys. People were making noise outside, even though it's not garbage day. It's not that Ashley Judd is ugly. It's just that she just doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is. She's very boring. Now, that's disgusting. Women shouldn't shave their heads. Like me, look, I shaved my head for the summer coming up. I don't want to have a lot of hair. I prefer a lot of other Ashley. Ashley Lawrence, Ashley Tisdale, Ashley Olsen. You like Silent Night, Deadly Night? It's a good horror movie. Very very atmospheric and creepy. Weak Kiss. Yeah, she gets killed out of nowhere. It's like the bullet that hits her is like, oh my god. I think it's a bullet. I forgot. See why you should pay attention when you drive because you never know what's going to happen. And this movie's not very long, so I'm not breaking my 6 hours left on my free monthly thing for a live stream. It's 115 minutes, 119 minutes. Without the end credits, an hour and 50 something. That's really short compared to what I've seen this year. I sat through the Snyder Cut. What would you rate Uwe Boll's? I give him an F. Yeah, as a director, the only good movie he made was Rampage from 2009 because it's competent. It's not based on a video game. Yeah, she gets a piece of glass in her neck. Good. Yeah. I thought she got shot. No, she got a piece of glass in her. Mm-hmm. Favorite MonsterVerse movie is Kong Skull Island. It had the best cast, had some of the best action sequences, and even though I love Godzilla versus Kong, I was not a fan of some of the casts. If I do a podcast on those movies, Godzilla 2814 and Kong Skull Island and King of the Monsters, I'm going to complain a lot about the cast. It is Memorial Day, so whether it's midnight or 12 in the afternoon, I have to do this. Bye, Ashley Judd. No way you survive that. She's not, unless she's a superhero, and she's not. That's the thing about Gerard. This is the second time Aaron Eckhart has lost a woman in one of his movies. The first was Dark Knight, where Rachel dies. Like, Rachel! It's a good actor. I really enjoy him. Yep, she's dead, man. That kid's got to be like a teenager now because he was a little boy here, or in his early 20s, depending on how old he was here. Yeah, it's tragic, but again, guys, the First Lady also died in Independence Day. I rewatched Captain Marvel. I still love it. I don't care what other people think. I love Brie Larson with a passion that burns through my soul. Because every time people say she can't act, go see Jessica Chastain in Dark Phoenix. That's not acting. Go see freaking Famke Janssen in X-Men: The Last Stand, or go see Kristen Stewart in anything she's done recently. That's people that can't act. Mine is Godzilla, King of the Monsters, but I agree the Kong Skull Island had the best cast. It does. Samuel Jackson, Brie Larson, John C. Reilly, Tom Hiddleston. This is an A-list cast. With King of the Monsters, you have useless freaking Brit Millie Bobby Brown. Then you have freaking Kyle Chandler, who doesn't do anything. Then you have freaking Charles Dance, who's in like two or three scenes. Then you have freaking who else is in the movie? Vera Farmiga, who plays a bitch in the movie, so she's useless. So they were worse people in the other movie in Godzilla versus Kong. Because you had Millie Bobby Brown came back, she did nothing. Kyle Chandler does nothing. Then you have Julian Nickel, whatever the hell his name is, from Ronna Mitchell. Not a fan either. Excuse me, I'm not a fan of hers either. I didn't like her ever since Pitch Black because she's an Australian who plays an American in almost everything she's in, and she's just very boring too. North Korea and South Korea, yeah. Asian countries that had nothing to do with COVID, guys, just to let you know. It gets a 7.8. It's my best viewing. Which one? Godzilla King of the Monsters? I enjoy it. The monster action is badass. That's why I see those movies. But with Godzilla versus Kong, we needed a better cast. The best actors are Alexander Skarsgård, the little girl, and the black guy that played Miles' father in Into the Spider-Verse. They're the best actors in the movie. And when that's your best, it's kind of weak. But let's get back to this movie, Captain Marvel. I know it's still a good movie. I gave it an 8 because I love Brie Larson so much. If that was some British chick like Natalie Dormer, I would have hated it. Yeah, North Korea. I'm biased because I'm more of a Godzilla fan. Yeah, Godzilla versus Kong was one of my favorites of the year. It's my number 8 of the top 10 of 2021. It would have been higher if it came out in the theaters earlier, later in the summer. What do you think of Tobin Bell? He's a good actor. He was a good Jigsaw. Yeah, I wanted to see this movie later, but I'm like, screw it. I have peace and quiet now. I'll do it. For you guys, I will do it. I haven't done a podcast since Infinity War. See, her voice is very boring. It's like, she looks like if Kristen Wiig was blonde and just was from Australia and just really, really weak. Kristen Wiig has a gorgeous voice, and she sends me. She's not manly, And Rhoda Mitchell does nothing in this movie. She plays the token wife. That's it. She's so boring that even in the third movie they recast her with Piper Perabo. There's a JFK, may he rest in peace. There's Ronald Reagan, may he rest in peace. And also George Senior. There's Angela Bassett. It's good to see her in this movie. Secret Service director Lynn Jacobs. Better character than freaking Viola Davis's Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad. Hey, John. Hey, Josh. What's up? How's it going? I hope you're having a great weekend, a great Memorial Day. Well, so far my Memorial Day has been better than yesterday. It's 12:36, so no views, but don't worry about it. I'm still here, guys. This movie's not for everyone, but it's my kind of film. If I had done this earlier, I would have gotten like 10 views, but don't worry. In Endgame, I'm going to make sure it's in the daytime if I can. That's Cole Hauser, I think. That's him, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what freaking these foreign asshats, I could say to them if they ever come to this country and invade us again. I also rewatched The Dark Knight. Yeah, it's a great movie. People who hate it I don't care. No, it's too long. The movie's 2.5 hours. It could have been 2 hours even. Did you hear the voice actor of Spider-Man passed away? Yeah, may he rest in peace. I said rest in peace on Facebook a couple days ago. From the '60s Spider-Man, yeah, I said rest in peace. Yeah, and Angela Bassett actually, she looks like her character from Mission Impossible Fallout. It's a good movie. I haven't seen this movie. Rises is amazing. I don't get the haters. The movie is also way too long, but it's a good movie. It's well shot. When the action's there, it's really done well. I love Catwoman in the movie. It's way better than Halle Berry's version. And the movie is what it is. Yeah, the real world sucks right now. Even though the world's trying to get back to normal, I need a normal life in my home. I don't need any more distractions. I have ADHD. I don't need any more distractions from other people. We'll be in touch. Yeah, but this is only the second time I've seen this movie, so if my memory's a little fuzzy, you can't exactly blame me. It's the first time I've seen it since 2013. I had to stream it back then because back then I didn't have Netflix or uh, Tubi or YouTube, or I had YouTube, but I didn't know where to find it. John, what movie reviewer pisses you off the most? You know who, and I'm not going to say it. There's in a picture, and that's the last year. Dark Knight Rises was what needed more Batman. I needed more Batman, one villain, and a shorter running time. I think 2 hours and 20 minutes we get in Nolan. You can make a long movie. I saw Inception in the theater. I saw Interstellar in the theater. Yeah, I didn't see Dunkirk or Tenet because that's when you had your head up your own ass saying I can make anything and people will go see it. Well, no one went to go see Tenet last year. My friends did, but they couldn't understand it, so that's why I skipped it. And because my theaters were closed, so I wasn't interested in seeing it in the theater anyway. I don't like Robert Pattinson. He's not going to be a good Batman. Sorry. Flashback. A short flashback because this is not a DC movie. Eye-popping, patriotic, high octane adventure. Yeah, this movie is a very high octane movie. There's the nurses. Yeah, Rhoda Mitchell. All she does is she's a nurse. That's about it to her character. She's a nurse. Doesn't really save anybody in the film that's of any importance. And I know I'm not the best singer, but I tried to sing the best I can without, using a microphone because I don't want to wake my parents up. Uh, Matt Reeves knows what he's doing, but I don't think Pattinson, his bobblehead Batman's not going to do it for me. Plus, he's not connecting with the 2019 Joker. It's going to be a completely opposite movie. So, who's your main villain? The Penguin? I saw him already in Batman Returns. Catwoman? Saw her already in Batman Returns and Dark Knight Rises. It's the same thing, guys, just with a dark and gritty. What actor did think would play Wolverine? Not Daniel Radcliffe. Are you a fan of Scott Adkins? I could take him, relieve him. He's not as charismatic as Gerard Butler. He's just not. That is Cole Hauser. He was in Pitch Black. This is a different director, though. This is Anton Fuqua, right? Yeah. Kind of controversial director. He can do good movies like this, but then he could do movies like Training Day, where he just told Denzel, just overact and you'll win an Oscar. I don't know, guys. That's why I'm not a fan of Denzel Washington. Some movies he overacts, and sometimes he just underacts, and it's just not for me. There's a Treasury Department, and this is when the White House gets attacked. That happened this year, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to go political this year. Have you seen Undisputed Sequels? I saw the third one. That's about it. I haven't seen two. Excuse me. There's Morgan Freeman, one of the most calm actors I've seen. Speaker of the House, yeah. I agree, John. You know who is an idiot? I know. Secretary of the Defense, Ruth McMillan. Plus, this movie shot very well. The action, I can actually see it when it happens. There's no CG. There's no bad CGI mostly, and there's no shaky cam, and there's no freaking quick cuts like the Taken sequels. I can see what's going on. Plus, Gerard Butler's a lot younger than Liam Neeson, so he can at least do some of the stunt work here. There's the American flag. May she wait forever. I also love The Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises. They're still some of my favorite films of Batman movies. Nolan is one of my favorite directors. But did you see Tenet? I didn't, because I heard it was pretentious and up its own ass. John, imagine if they made an MCU movie with a budget of $0. They have the budget to do anything. There's just the Korean flag. Ooh. And this year there was a lot of Asian hate. Stop that, people, please. This pandemic's going to be over soon, and we can move on. Are you a fan of Lorenzo Lamas' movies such as Snake Eater? I like the Snake Eater movies. They're decent. Bounty Tracker, I have not seen. The CIA films, I have both of them. CIA 1 and 2. I like the lead female in that. Kathleen Helmont or Kelmont. She's a hottie. I wonder why she doesn't do movies anymore. She's a really good actress. She was in Halloween 4, and she's naturally beautiful. Lorenzo Lamas is underrated. Yeah, he is. I think he's a much better, more charismatic actor than freaking Scott Adkins. Adkins is just not that bad. Pattinson hates the Twilight movies. I know, but I can't. I don't like his face. That was his ex-wife. Who? And this movie is kind of mirroring what happened this year, current events. With the Asian hate and the White House attack and all those protests. But I don't want to talk too political today because this is about the veterans, for the memorial for the people that died for this country, that shed their blood so that we can be free. Bounty Tracker is one of his favorite, best movies. It's on YouTube. I want to watch it in June. I'm not watching any gay shit because, next month is Gay Pride, which I'm not gay. I'm sorry. There are no rainbows on this flag. This is the real flag that I wave. Not a bunch of rainbows that represent, we're going to live sinful lifestyles. No, thank you, sir. What if Tom Holland played Batman? He's too short. This guy I've seen before. I think he was in The Dark Knight. What's his face? It doesn't say on the back. I'm gonna have to look it up on my tablet. Yeah, hold on. He's a good actor, but he was in the. I think he was also in that James Bond movie, the Die Another Day. Yeah, let me check. Tom Holland is like 5'7". Yeah, but he's too short to play Batman. He's a good Spider-Man, and I'm glad he's Spider-Man. But Batman should be at least like 5'11" to like 6 foot tall. Because with Batman, he shouldn't be short. And also, with Wolverine, he has to be like around 5'2" or 3 or something. I don't want tall Wolverine again. I want comic book Wolverine like this, uh, like this. You see that? That's the Wolverine we need in the MCU. No more excuses. What do you think Cavill Ellis' Superman movie, aka Black Superman? It's a bad idea. It's racist, and I don't need that. I don't need some black woke version of Superman. I have Superman and Lois now. I don't need some woke version. This movie's not woke. There's plenty of diversity in it. Let me see this actor's name. Yeah, is great a martial artist too, by the way. Yeah, I've seen his films. I've even seen him do comedies too. I found out he was in Sharknado 5. Yeah, I have all the Sharknado movies. If you were to play a Marvel character, who would you play? I don't know. The Asian guy's name is no, that is Cole Hauser. He's Roma. Uh, Melissa Leo. Yeah, Melissa Leo. She got an Oscar win. She won for I think it was for The Fighter. Yeah, Rick Yoon. He's in his 50s now. Do you still own VHS anymore? I still have a. What do you think of Zack Snyder saying "fuck you" to the Warner Brothers? Well, they shouldn't have cut his movie down. They should have waited until he finished the movie, and this wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't have to wait 4 years to see the podcast. Yeah, this guy was in the first Fast and the Furious, Ninja Assassin, Die Another Day, Jiu-Jitsu, Alita Battle Angel. He's done a lot of films. Marco Polo TV series, The Man with the Iron Fist. Was he in The Dark Knight? No, that was another actor. I'm sorry. He was in Die Another Day, though. That's what I remember for. It's a fun experience. I haven't seen this movie in so long. I still have VHS. I still have my VHS copies of Pokemon Mewtwo Returns. I have a VHS copies of Star Wars because I don't. I had the unaltered versions. I have a couple of Disney films. Jiu-Jitsu is the new movie with Nicolas Cage. Yeah, I heard it's awful, but this movie's way better. Sony's trying to set up their own universe. I know they've been trying to do it since the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Here we go. And people get messed up in this movie. There's some CGI blood in this, but it doesn't look so bad. They're gonna try to shove No Way Home. I know they're trying to put too much in the movie. That's a problem. I don't want a 3-hour Spider-Man movie, guys. You're gonna try to top Endgame. Nothing will top Endgame. Sorry to say that, but it's not. Hell yeah, buddy. A fun action movie. That's all I wanted with this movie. With Spider-Man, that's all I want. I don't want 15 villains and constant nostalgia. We got to bring back characters from the Raimi films, and we got the White House, yeah, presidential emergency bunker. Anyway, and they have to bring back characters from the Andrew Garfield movies and the ones from Into the Spider-Verse and all that. It's going to be too crowded. I don't need a 3-hour movie. Let's hope that this works. Because the first two movies were really good. But if Sony keeps interfering, Disney should buy them out so they never bother them again. Have you seen Blood Fist? Yeah, all 8 of them. I guess Josh is not going to join me. He'll can see this later. Oh yeah, let's do this, bud. I thought Rick Hume was in the. He was in the first Fast and the Furious, not Not The Dark Knight. That was another Asian actor that was in recent actor. He's also Korean. That CGI blood looks like the one from the Justice League Snyder Cut. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is an hour and 150 minutes. I felt every second of it. It's too long. 2.5 hours to tell a story that only needed 2 hours. You didn't need the extra 30 minutes of the Rhino and the Green Goblin and Felicia and freaking Harry Osborn. There's just too much in the movie. There's too much in the movie. This movie is under 2 hours and they do a lot with it. They told a story. Simple story. The Koreans are attacking the White House. There you go. And Jar Brother has to stop them. Damn. Plus, I don't want to do a 2.5 hour movie. Infinity War was almost 2.5 hours, and that was long enough. There's the Capitol or the National Monument. Yeah, no, the National Monument. And I already did Live Free or Die Hard, so that wouldn't work today. Run. Yeah, these people get messed up, man. It's a D minus. Yeah, it's too long. It's way too long. It's even longer than The Dark Knight, I think. It's almost as long. How about Black Belt, Out for Blood, Ring of Fire, 1 and 2, 3, The Prophet? I've seen some of those films, and not all of them. Melissa Leo, the last thing I saw her in was Prisoners with that Denise Villeneuve movie. Also, a lot of these direct-to-video films are on YouTube. I know because you don't, streaming. Some not everybody can do that. Yeah, another bunch of people run for your lives. The Amazing Spider-Man Man duology is a failed ripoff of The Dark Knight. Yeah, and it's too long. Worst Marvel movie you've ever seen? I don't know. There's some of them. There's like Venom, the freaking Fan Snore Stick. That was terrible. Um, just shoot him. Yeah, just shoot him, Jar. Suicide Bomber. This movie's crazy. Yeah, it's so violent. Like this is not a kids movie. You'll never see a movie like this on Disney Plus unless Disney Plus has an adult section that they put Die Hard or the Alien films or Predator. X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's one of the worst. Yeah, that's definitely the worst X-Men movie still. There's those Bad Batch face masks from Star Wars: A Bad Batch. That movie is one of the worst movies ever. Yeah, it is because it could have set up a really good universe for Wolverine, and yet it had a bad start. The Wolverine is decent, but it has a lot of problems. And then Logan is great, but I don't like the ending. Do you think on Deadly Ground, The Glimmer Man, Fire Down Below are the Seagal's most underrated? On Deadly Ground is pretty good. The Glimmer Man is also underrated. Fire Down Below, it bored me last time I saw it. I just think it's very boring. It's too slow for me. It's not horrible. It's just too slow. I prefer his first 5 films because I rewatched Above the Law. It's still pretty good. Venom, Let There Be garbage. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to stream it. I'm not going to watch it in the theater. I refuse to give that movie any of my time. I've given enough bad movies my time. That's right. Shoot. There's the Pentagon. To me, First Class is the worst because it's boring. Yeah, it has no action. Nothing happens in it. It's a very overrated movie. I don't know what they were thinking. Deputy Director NSA Ray Monroe. Army Chief of Staff, yeah. I could have also put Air Force One, but that's I think longer than this movie. Plus, I set this up first, so How come people crap on Seagal because he was jealous of Van Damme? Also because he's fat now and he's pretty lazy. His early stuff, he was good in them. The worst movie I've seen this year is Cosmic Sin. I'm not going to see it. The worst so far I've seen is Finding Ohana on Netflix. It was so boring. For a kids movie. It did not need to be 2 hours and 3 minutes. It could have been 90 minutes. It's padded out. Yep, Dylan McDermott is a double crosser. Of course, this would never happen in real life because nowadays you have to have the eyes in the back of your head. Critics are too harsh on this movie. They said it was too violent and it's unrealistic. It's a freaking action movie, guys. None of them have been realistic. Seagal is a joke. Yeah, he is now. Back then he wasn't. Cosmic Sin is even worse than A Good Day to Die Hard. I know, because it's not entertaining. It's boring. At least in A Good Day to Die Hard, there's some action in it. It gives you at least something. It's not perfect, but it at least gives you something. Cosmic Sin, literally, Bruce Willis is there for a paycheck. And no, I thought it was a sequel to Live, Die, Repeat, but it's not. That's not going to get a sequel. Let's face it. Tom Cruise is just too busy doing Mission Impossible 7 and 8. This movie's brutal, man. If people thought Logan was pretty violent, this came out years before. The garbage truck. Yeah, no garbage pickup. Yeah. And we're about 30 minutes into the movie already. 30 something minutes. The fact that Cosmic Sin went to theaters is a joke. It is a joke. Movies that are shitty should not be in the theater ever. They should get a limited release like for 2 days and then be gone, or just put direct to streaming because it's no longer direct to video anymore. It's direct to streaming. Hostage. They blew everybody to hell in this movie. I saw Angel Has Fallen on Netflix last year because I was bored, so I saw it. Favorite Billy D. Williams role is Lando Calrissian in the two Star Wars sequels. I do like him in Batman '89. I think it's an underrated performance because he's really good as Harvey Dent, but they don't give him much to do. He's in a couple of scenes, and they didn't even set him up to play Two Face in Batman Forever. We're lucky that this year that the White House wasn't destroyed the way it is in this movie, because then the White House, that would build like a 10-foot wall just to block any intruders. Yeah, because the people are just so violent now. I don't get it. Humanity just they need to freaking chill, man. Seriously, killing each other is not going to solve your issues, man. Oh my God, this movie will make Michael Bay jizz his pants with how many things blow up in this movie. Yeah, Michael Bay would have a field day with this movie. If he did this movie, it would be nothing but explosions and no good plot. Have I seen Moving Target with Michael Dudikoff? I think I saw it once. Sony's lucky they didn't produce a movie for the three. Oh God, no. The movie's terrible. Ooh, man, gets messed up. This and the only difference between these two movies is the rating. That this has got an R rating and White House Down got a PG-13, but it's still pretty intense. People die in that movie. It's not a kids movie. This movie, people get fucked up in this movie. Really fucked up. And this and White House Down came out in the same year. That's why kind of people overlooked that movie, saying it's bad. Do you think John Woo is one of the best action directors? He can do well. I just don't like his Mission Impossible 2. I think it's awful. It's boring. Let me just mute this just for now. I don't want to read subtitles. I've read subtitles already for Bad Boys 3. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, but I'm not even that tired, guys. I'm doing this for you guys. I promise you a live stream before the month is over. Here we go. Pepsi wouldn't have made a movie as bad as movie 43. Well, they've products. If you don't have a plot, don't turn a freaking product, that a food thing into a movie. It's just not going to work unless it's a documentary like Super Size Me. That works for McDonald's because that made an impact. White House down, White House action scene. Yeah, that's what we're up to right now. 40 minutes in. Oh man, shot his hand. There's going to be another movie. I forgot what it was called. That's right. Yeah, that's never happened, but it almost did this year. But no, we as a people are gonna overcome all this hatred. Hard Target with Van Damme is a classic. Do you have the theatrical cut? Yeah, I got the theatrical cut years ago. I've never seen the director's cut. I think it came out on Blu-ray or something or 4K. Let me see. Mute this for now. They're just speaking Korean of some kind. White House system secured. All outside networks locked out. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm not seeing a foreign movie. This is an American movie. Yeah, this movie made $170 million worldwide on a budget of 70. Again, and they wonder why I'm not a fan of British actors because of our ugly history, people. The next one is gonna is let me see. Sequels. Ooh, man. Yeah, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Escape Room 2 looks dumb. Well, the first one sucked. So, yeah, the MPAA told John Woo to edit out a lot of scenes. Yeah, because of the violence. Even though Woo's early stuff, like if you see The Killer, that's still pretty brutal to this day. And it was in the 80s. It's very violent. Like, oh my God, it was so dark. It made The Dark Knight look like a kid's movie in comparison. Yeah, it says plans for future sequels and TV spin-offs are in development for this franchise. I could see a TV show like this, but not on regular TV. I would put this on Netflix or on Hulu or Apple TV or something like that, a streaming service, because regular TV shows get canceled. That Taken TV show got canceled. Lethal Weapon got canceled. Do you think Hollywood is racist towards Asians? Yes, but here's the thing, guys. The Koreans had nothing to do with it. COVID had nothing to do with them or the Japanese or the Cambodians. It was the Chinese, but it wasn't all of them. It was a few people that sold these disgusting animals that were contaminated. That's how this happened. Disease is not made. It's produced by contamination. Come on, the title is Tournament of Champions. This is not a game show. It's a horror movie. Yeah, exactly. The thing is that Hollywood shouldn't be racist towards Asians because they're very good actors. They've done some of the best. Some of their directing, some of their directors are some of the greatest ever, like Kurosawa and Ishiro Honda and John Woo and who's another one? Even Justin Lin. He did some of the Fast and the Furious movies. The ones that they're not cartoons. And I know he's doing the new one, but that's a cartoon, guys. This movie is not a cartoon. Oh God, no! It's so serious. Escape Room is a Saw ripoff, and it's PG-13. There's the American flag. Nope. We will not fall. Yeah, because I always mute the scenes where they speak another language in a movie. This is Memorial Day, not Asian Appreciation Month is over tomorrow. So I saw this movie edited for TV, but it doesn't feel the same. People thought COVID was a joke. It's not a joke, guys. You get it. I was tested for it a month ago. I'm free of it. I have nothing. I had no symptoms because I'm like I am strong. I once had pneumonia back in 2003, and I got that without wearing a mask, and I felt like I was dying. Jackie Chan and other stars from 2010 didn't get bigger chances later. Yeah, because Hollywood just wants everything to be whitewashed. But now we're having diversity, whether we like it or not, and I do like it. Somehow the critics gave it a better rating than Saw. Why? Because they're stupid. What did this get on I on And while Rick Noon is not the best villain in this movie, his henchmen get the job done. Oh my god. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes only give this a 49%. It's not a mediocre movie, guys. It's good. Police Story 4 First Strike was a fun movie. I have the US theatrical cut of it. I got it on Blu-ray. I want to watch it, but it's dubbed. That looks like Jacob Tremblay. It's not him. Yeah, it got a 49%, but people like this movie. They do. The rating of the audience rating is 66%, so obviously it has its fans. I think there were real sharks when Jackie Chan fought. Yeah, there wasn't any CGI in that movie. It's far from original, but Olympus has fallen as benefits from Anton Fuqua's tense direction. Hell yeah, it does. And a strong performance from Gerard Butler, which might just be enough for action junkies. Hey, I'm one. I saw a bunch of action movies at home this year. I saw Godzilla versus Kong and Mortal Kombat, and I was very happy about that. Why? Because I want to see it at home in peace. In this movie, is the Koreans. In White House Down, no, it's mostly a bunch of white guys that are the villains. You have James Woods and Jason Clarke and all these others. This movie's brutal, man. It does not hold back. It's very relevant now. My DCU ranking: Justice League, the Joss Whedon cut, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, 1984. I know. That movie's too long, guys. That movie needed editing badly. It's way too long. I would never see it on a day like this. It's just ungodly long and boring in the middle of the film. This is way better. R rated, under 2 hours, gets to the point, has a lot of tension. They don't crack jokes for like 5 minutes straight. It didn't have three villains in it. Mortal Kombat was great, but wanted Johnny Cage. Yeah, he'll be in the sequel. I forgot who the villain was in the second movie. In London Has Fallen. I'll do a podcast for that, hopefully either in June or July. What justice? What did we do to you? The war in Korea was decades ago, and I didn't fight it in. And the Koreans were North Korea was so offended that they blocked the movie The Interview from 2014 and did that Sony hack. I'm like, why? That movie is a comedy. Oh, they're making fun of Kim Jong Il. I'm like, it's a comedy. It's not real. That's like saying Fresh Off the Boat should have been canceled because it has Asians in it. It got canceled. So you happy? Shazam is my favorite. Yeah, I love my DC because it was fun. Yeah, Aaron Eckhart is a good actor, man. Why haven't I seen him in anything good in a while? Well, because he wasn't. I don't think he was even in Angel Has Fallen. I think he was like in a cameo in that. I forgot. I thought all the characters in the Mortal Kombat movie was great, but Cole Young was okay. Yeah, he was just kind of generic. Best and worst Seth Rogen movie. His worst is Green Hornet because that insulted me as a fan of the TV show. His best film, I don't know what it is. I can't think of it right now. I haven't seen. I like The First Neighbors. I really like that movie. Did you know Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren are going to be voicing in Minions Rise of Gru? Yeah, I know, but that's coming out next year. This film has some really good top-notch actors. The actors in this are much better than in Godzilla vs. Kong and Mortal Kombat. That's why, it's entertaining. I'm so glad that May is over tomorrow. I'm so happy, guys. May's way too long. It's like March, just less cold. That's all. And there's a few more holidays compared to March. March had what? St. Patrick's Day and I don't know, spring solstice. Hopefully, Hollywood does not remake Universal Soldier. No, we don't need it. They did two terrible sequels recently that I don't want to see. And I liked how this movie looks like a movie that would come out today. Of course, they wouldn't because it'd be like, oh my God, they're killing a bunch of Asian North Koreans. How the racists, how they cancel this movie. I'm like, it's a movie, guys. I know I'm not what I'm seeing is not real. Yeah, time flies. I know, but the year will be half done, and the second half is not nearly as bad as the first half. It can't be any worse than what I went through already. Because oh my God, this past winter and spring were freaking abysmal. Mostly. Not all of it sucked. The streaming stuff I saw on Netflix, Disney Plus, Tubi, and YouTube, and freaking Crackle and all that. Yeah, it helped me get through these bad months, man. It really did. And doing these live commentaries for you guys also helped a lot. Winter will be over in 2 months. Well, winter. Don't you mean spring will be over in 2 months? Paramount Plus remakes of Nickelodeon haven't been good. I haven't seen Rugrats, and I don't. iCarly revival. I'm gonna watch the first episode. If I don't laugh once, I'm done because I'm not going through another shitty reboot of a show. Rugrats reboot sucked. I know I don't like the CGI. They just take a cartoon that was hand drawn and make it CG, and you don't have Kristen Cavanaugh to voicing Chucky. It won't. Chucky, the way it's just not the same. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a little glitch, but I'm still here, guys. I'm going to keep doing this for you guys. It's not going to rain today, thankfully. It's been raining all week. Oh, my God. It rained for like 3 days straight. So in June, I my campus, Camp Coral was god awful. Yeah, I know it's not good. I'm going to just shut my camera off, and maybe I'll just do the rest of the podcast because you don't really need to see me. I already did the national anthem, and correctly. This is Gerard Butler's scene where he's attacking the guy with a mask. Yeah, people wearing masks. We're still doing that, even though some people are vaccinated. That's not excusable, you know. He really is a lot of, he has a lot of charisma in this role. If this was somebody like Robert Pattinson, I would have laughed right in his face. Eat Lincoln, bitch. Hell yeah. He pummeled him with that thing, yeah. Because I think Gerard Butler, if you give him the right role, he can really shine, whether no matter what accent he's doing. I heard that movie he did last year, Greenland, was really good. It's a disgrace to Steven Hillenburg. It is, because he passed away a few years ago. They should have stopped the movie after the second or third movie, to be honest, because without Hillenburg's production, assistance, it just is not the same. Did you find the Death Wish remake pointless? Yeah, I didn't see it. Camp Coral, yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't like the CGI. It looked like a prequel, not a knockoff fan version of SpongeBob. Have you seen Alexander? No, that's gay. I'm not going to see anything gay in June. I mean it. I mean it, guys. Nothing. I'm not reviewing anything gay. Booksmart already reviewed it, and I like that movie. But like I said, the gay stuff could have been cut out. At least half of it, anyway. People keep saying that Disney is trying to buy out DC. They're not going to do it. Warner Brothers has too much money, and they're not going to comply. They're like, you're not taking Joker and putting it on Disney Plus. You'll disturb people. You saw my podcast of it back in January. Death Wish 2018 is an F. Yeah, I'm not going to see it, guys. I have too much time to spare, and I'm going to give it to movies that are worthy of my time, like Black Widow when that comes out in July, because that movie is getting my money, my attention. I'm thinking about Oliver Stone's Alexander. Yeah, again, Alexander the Great was gay. Yeah, you think that frosted yellow blonde hair that Colin Farrell had was for a style choice? No, he's a no. I don't want to say it. I'm not going there. Death Wish to the original is decent, but there's scenes that could have been cut out. That rape scene, it just hurts me. I don't like the rape scene. It's just very dark. The sequels are miles better. Yeah, I saw 2, 3, and 4, and they're actually pretty decent. Melissa Leo, while she's not the hottest actress, she is a good actress, though. She did win an Oscar for a reason. I think she got another Oscar nomination, I think last year. Death Wish 5 is underrated. Doesn't deserve the 0%. I'm going to watch it sometime. I haven't seen it this year, so I'd rather watch it than the remake any day, because at least it's different. It's got Charles Bronson in it, in the last time in that role. Death Wish 4 is one of the best ones. My favorite is 3. 3 is awesome, man. He is just taking that giant magnum and he's just blowing the shit out of those guys. That's awesome. It did not disappoint me. Excuse me. Oh, they have 3 codes. Yeah, it's like a video game. Yeah, you think a movie like this would be made today with how overly sensitive people are now? No, it'd be, oh my God, a bunch of Asians are getting shot up and shooting people at the White House again, guys. This was a different time. 2013 was a different year compared to now, because back then nobody was wearing masks in any country, no matter where violence happened. There was no masks. There were no pandemics back then. Death Wish 3 is a classic. It is. I'm glad it got a Blu-ray release, because now I can see a widescreen. I've only seen it full screen because I have the DVD, which is only full screen. So I got to watch it widescreen. I'll try to go back on camera now. Let's see. There we go. I think I'm doing okay. Kurt Kiersey goes Rambo style and yeah, he does. He shoots everybody that goes in his path. Those guys that are trying to steal his car, he blows them away. And I know he was very old at that time, but Charles Bronson was a badass when he was alive, man. Robert Pattinson and other actors like that can't even touch his legacy. 2013 was a better year. I know. I was able to go to the theater back then. I never had to stay in my home for over a year with my brother being an asshole. Just that's all I'm going to say. I had to lock the door so that he wouldn't come down here, because I don't need any distractions of any kind. Bronson was a legend. Yeah, he's a good actor. He was a good actor. kick-ass action star in the late 70s, early 80s, and also, a lot of charisma. He had a lot of emotion for a man, of that stature. He was not a muscle bound like Arnold and Stallone, but he delivered. He had intensity in his eyes. Wonder Woman 84, it's passable. That's the best I could say because it's too long. Learn from this movie. You can make a movie almost 2 hours and make it entertaining without all the. You could have cut some of the comedy out and all the man bashing. That's all you needed, and also a couple of characters here and there. You snip. Give Cheetah more to do. You introduce Barbara and you make Cheetah a cameo at the very end of the film. It should have been more than that. It's not better than the first one. That's all I'm saying. That's right. Time to kick some ass, Gerard Butler. He did a lot of underrated canon movies like 10 to Midnight, Murphy's Law, Assassination, and Messenger of Death. Yeah, I want to check him out because the thing is that I like to. Yeah, there he is. Mike Banning. A fast food chain making a movie would be horseshit. Yeah, it is. I don't want to hear about it, guys. Don't talk about it in the chat in June. I'm not going to hear about it because fast food is for our bodies. Well, it really isn't, but if you eat, it's to eat, not to freaking make a movie out of it. Would you like to do a commentary on Wreck-It Ralph and Ralph Breaks the Internet? I have the first Wreck-It Ralph. I can do that one maybe in the summer. I want to do either in July or August. I can do the first Wreck-It Ralph. I just saw Ralph Breaks the Internet. I don't have it on Blu-ray, so I would have to stream it. I'm also doing the Jurassic Park movies in June. I'm doing the first two, and then July I'll do Jurassic Park 3 for its 20th anniversary. Hopefully, if I make it through this spring, because good God, this spring was not very merry. Whew. The weather was too cold in the beginning, and a lot of rain in May, and a lot of stress. I mean, we haven't had an MCU show in 2 months. Yeah, we didn't have any episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier this month, and I definitely felt the difference. I do like Star Wars: The Bad Batch, but that little girl is annoying in the show. Assassination is another political action thriller like Olympus Has Fallen. Yeah, but in a canon style, low budget, not big stars in it, and it definitely doesn't have the intensity and long running time of this. And this is long for an under 2 hour movie, pretty much. I think Air Force One was over 2 hours because I saw that as a teenager. Actually, it got some big stars. Yes, some, but it's not like as big as the stars in this movie. It doesn't have A-list actors, maybe for the time, but for not the ones from now. Wonder Woman 84 is definitely a flawed sequel. It is. It's flawed, but I can watch it, just not today. This movie has a White House scene and it's long. It's not 5 minutes near the end of the film. Jill Ireland, his wife, is the first lady in the movie. Okay. I hope you get better overtime, John. Yeah, I will, because at least in the summer, I don't have to be in the house. I'm going to the theater again. I haven't gone to the theater in over a year. I need to because I miss the theater a lot. I miss the popcorn. I miss the chairs. I miss seeing a movie in the theater and not hearing my brother talk. I miss not hearing my puppies barking over everything. Yeah, I miss that. I need it back. Yeah, Bannon just messes all of them up. It is like Die Hard in the White House, but yeah, this one, and then you had White House Down, which I did already. So I had to do this one as a kid. Another movie that reminded me of how violent this movie was Extraction with Chris Hemsworth last year on Netflix. Pretty brutal. And by the way, Zack Snyder, this movie's not 2 hours and 20 minutes like your freaking Army of the Dead, which I'm skipping. It's too freaking long. Commando with Arnold will never get remade. Oh, God, no. A child getting kidnapped, a little girl, and uh, Arnold blowing the hell out of a bunch of, like Spanish people. No, that would never get remade. Movies from back in the day could never be done the same way now. June is Pride Month. I don't care. I said no, no. I could see a musical. It just can't have, it can't be gay like freaking Kinky Boots or whatever. Why are people obsessed with what fast food? I don't know because they don't have anything else to talk about. Instead of talking about the freaking movie, some of you guys did, but that's awesome. Slow mo, like in the Matrix, the first Matrix movie. And look, the movie's shot in a dark room, but I could see what's happening. Take that, Solo. I remember you reviewed it on your old channel. This movie, yeah, I did, but I wanted to do a commentary on this channel so you guys know what I feel about the film since I'm watching it with you guys. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, uncut, because I saw it on TV a couple years ago, but it's not the same movie. You cut a lot of the violence, it becomes a PG-13, and that's not what Anton Fuqua's movies are. Barely PG-13. The trailer for Spider-Man: No Way Home is on June 1st. Well, so tomorrow. They're going to show a teaser. They're going to show the footage they shot already with MJ, Peter, and with Ned, and then they're going to just show like one of the villains probably. I can't wait, but please don't suck. Don't be the Rise of Skywalker. Please, movie. I have a lot of time to kill in June, man. The thing is, June is short. It's only 30 days, not 31. Because April was 30 days, but it was just a lot of crammed holidays were in there. You had Easter, and then you had April Fool's Day, and then some other holidays as well. And yeah, and then Good Friday and all that. It was too much too soon. It's good in the movie. It really is. Have you thought of reviewing Cobra? I've reviewed it on my old channel. I want to do a commentary for it. Hopefully, it doesn't suck, but Sony are idiots trying to set up another universe. You want Patrick from SpongeBob to date Black Widow? No, that's stupid. I'm too stupid. No, he wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, I do voices, guys. Bear with me. I haven't done a voice on camera in several days, so yeah, many days. Yeah, hell yeah. No, I would love to meet you, Rob, but damn it, I dropped my flag. It's okay. I still got it on my chest. American Ninja on Blu-ray except for five. Five is not an American Ninja movie. That's why it wasn't supposed to be. It's more like a Karate Kid knockoff because Pat Morita's in it before he passed away. Ali Wong, what a hottie. Yeah, people got to lay off Brie Larson. Brie Larson's not your enemy, guys. You don't like her because of personal taste, fine, but don't attack her on net. Don't attack her. You know why? Because guess what? She's doing her job. She won an Oscar. She has nothing to prove to you haters. Nothing. She already gave me all the entertainment I needed in that movie. Maybe it's not an Oscar worthy performance, but with one director with the Marvels, she's going to be just fine. And so will Tiana and Iman, who's going to play Photon and Miss Marvel. It's going to be fine, guys. So you hate Marvel's New Warriors? I don't know what that is. David Bradley faded away so quickly. He retired in '97. Yeah, I know. It's too bad. It's too bad. He was a decent actor. Also, this movie is I didn't see this in the theater because it came out in March, so it was cold And 2013, what did I see in March? Did I even see a movie? Hmm, I don't remember. I don't think I did. I know May I saw Iron Man 3, but I don't want to talk about that right now. The trailer for the Eternals is out already. I haven't seen it. I didn't like the look of the costumes. Look a little bit like too much like The Boys and Jupiter's Legacy. And I'm like, I can wait, guys. When I see Black Widow, they're gonna show the trailer. Then I'll see it. But that's about it. Great martial artist, but Dudikoff had more charisma. Yeah, hell yeah, he did. The first two movies of American Ninja are really, really underrated and really fun. I had the two sequels, 2 and 3, but they were full screen, so I donated them. Uh, Excuse me. Yep, he is. The movie's not over yet. We're only about an hour in. For worst. John best and worst Brett Ratner film. His best one is the first Rush Hour. His worst is last X-Men: The Last Stand is one of because it wasn't his film. He was just doing a it was a paycheck for him, and he ruined that movie with this bad writing and bad writers and his directing. He could direct action, but they do in Asian countries. Yes, they do speak English really well when they get taught by certain teachers. At least Jackson, played by Steve James, steals this movie. Yeah, have you watched Jessica Jones? Not yet. I agree, but I think yeah, this is when he stabs him. See, not funny. Gerard Butler's not screwing around in this movie. If this came out today, oh, there would be freaking outcries of Asians would be all over the streets protesting. This is a hatred against Asians. It's a movie, guys. Get over it. I think his best is Red Dragon. Red Dragon isn't that a movie with Anthony Hopkins? Isn't that a Silence of the Lambs prequel, or is that another Red Dragon? I don't know. It's a movie, guys. Get over it. How come? How come we don't get ninja movies anymore? Because they're usually like direct to video. Which actor is overexposed that you hate the most? The hobo, and you know why? People didn't see Chaos Walking. They flopped. It flopped real hard. John, what's a sitcom where even the laugh track couldn't make you laugh? Marvin and or Corey in the House because it was just terrible. The border. Again, get over it. I don't know why people have to they have to hold grudges for nothing. I didn't like the hobo because you know what she did to me, guys. I couldn't sleep for a long time. I couldn't sleep tonight, but hey, it's a holiday. I'm not doing much. Have you lost respect for Brad Ratner? In a way, I heard he's a scumbag. That he's like a Harvey Weinstein. I like his films. I like the Rush Hour movies. And the first three movies are fine. The TV show was garbage, but he had nothing to do with that. I did like the Hercules movie he did with The Rock. That was underrated. But he's X-Men: The Last Stand. You could tell. Not a big fan of women in his movies. That's why most of his leads are men. You notice that Hercules, Rush Hour, yeah. Marvin is one of the worst shows ever. Yeah, I saw it and I couldn't finish it. Natasha Henstridge is against him. Yeah, again, that's why she never worked with him. I mean, again, after X-Men 3, she never worked with him. Hercules was one of his good films. Yeah, I liked it because it was actually fun. It wasn't that god awful. Um, it's not a god awful version like Legend of Hercules from 2014 or whatever. That was horrible. That was like an asylum movie with a bigger budget, and it did not look good at all. Yeah, it was 2014. Also, I liked Rebecca Ferguson in Hercules. Come at me. I know Josh is not here, so I can't say anything. But do you still like Chris Pratt? It's just that he needs to keep his mouth shut, guys. In these interviews, we don't want to hear your backstory. Which actor keeps showing his personal life in people's faces that you hate the most? I don't even know. I can't answer that right now. Yep, and the body count rises. Yeah, I love the way Decker Shadow says that on YouTube. He has one of the coolest voices. Like, he burns the hell out of everything. You know, like he's so funny. He's like if Vince McMahon had long hair. Ooh. Yep. That's what a lot of these nurses did last year and this year as well. They gave them the vaccine and people are doing okay. Yeah. Content rejected video has been removed due to breach of term. That's okay. That's okay. A good actress. She has these really intense eyes. I would not want to mess with that woman, Melissa Leo. How dare you, you misogynist? Yeah, he slaps a woman. You can't do that nowadays. You can't. She's like I do IMDb reviews. I gave Marvin Arvin an F. I wouldn't give it an F. I think the cast tried, but the writing was horrible. Which actor keeps your Melissa Leo? That's true. Yeah, like when I saw Endgame, the first time I saw it, I had the time of my life. I can still love it at home, but it's not the same experience. I need that crowd to be there with me. You know, John, how many episodes did you see of Marvin Marvin? Like the first like 10 or so episodes. Once I got to like the episode where it's like an alien day or something like that, like an Earth day for aliens. I was done. I'm like, this isn't funny anymore. John, 2 more codes. Yeah, Melissa Leo is act. Have you seen Sniper with Tom Berenger? Yes, and I saw the sequels as well. Well, most of them. There's already a SpongeBob anime that exists. John Hill at John Hill. What if SpongeBob was an anime like Dragon Ball? Well, it depends. If it's not badly dubbed. Melissa Leo, I must say, she's acting her ass off in this movie. For the small part she has, she makes every minute count. She's a good actress. I would love to meet her at a Comic Con one day and tell her to sign this DVD. I'm like, yeah, you always give it your all. That's what I all either be really sexy or be a good actress, and you could be both. Yeah, they needed some time to slow down because the movie got What if Tom Kenny was in the MCU? It would be great. What if SpongeBob was dark and gritty? It wouldn't work because his light colors just would be like too much, and I couldn't say take it seriously. Speared right through the door. This is a yeah. This movie's intense, man. Do you consider Tom Berenger an action star? Yeah, for his day, he was. I mean, he didn't do much in Inception, but you know, I got this movie really cheap at Target on New Year's Eve a couple of years ago. It's worth every penny of it. It works because I cleaned the DVD player. That's kind of why I had to. Do you think Playmobil the movie tried to rip off Lego? Hell yeah, it did wholesale. Tom Berenger was an action star. Yeah, not Baragon, Berenger. They made it like eight sniper movies. Yeah, and he's in most of them. I think he's in all of them, but they just they should have stopped after three, to be honest. And this movie is a little bit like Escape from New York as well. That they kidnapped the president in that too. Except that movie is not as violent as this. I didn't hate Brett Renner. I can take him or leave him. I like the Rush Hour films, and I think The Last Stand is a guilty pleasure. I also like Chris Pratt as an actor. What movie have you seen with the worst cast? I don't know. That's a hard one. There's so many movies with terrible cast. Billy Zane was cool in Sniper. Yeah, he's a good actor. I really enjoy his work. I like The Phantom. I think that's underrated. I like him in Demon Knight, where he's over the top as a villain. Yeah, Melissa Leo has she has freckles on her arm. How about Titanic? I haven't seen it. I heard he was good in it, but like it's just way too long, guys. The movie is over 3 hours long. James Cameron took a simple plot and stretched it to 3 hours. Why? Because he had to put a love story in there so that people can go see it and cry their eyes out. Oh, poor Jack, poor Rose. Oh my God. It's that's the fictional part of that story, guys. That's the only reason that movie was very successful. The two leads, the song at the end, and the effects. That's it. It was not for the running time. Because if it came out today, no one would go see it because it's just too freaking long. How come Tom Berenger's career went nowhere in the mid '90s? Because you had the younger action stars taking over, and you had movies like The Matrix, and and freaking what else? And action stars that were blossoming like Van Damme and all these other people. Yeah. Do you hate long dramas? If they're boring, I saw Interstellar in the theater and I loved it. It's just way too long. That's a sci-fi drama. Yeah, I'll say. See, I hear people screaming outside. but I don't care. I'm gonna keep watching this movie. Got 9 views already, and you guys have been in the chat all night, so that's good. It's Hydra assembled. No, that's Marvel, and Hydra was already assembled by the first Captain America movie. Do you want the Avengers to be in a drama? No, because Endgame pretty much starts as a drama. But I knew that going in. John, best and worst Howling movie. The first one is the best. The best one's 3. The worst one is 7. It's the worst horror movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Nothing will ever top it. It got a 1 point something on IMDb, and it's the worst horror movie I've ever seen in my life. Yes, worst horror movie ever made. Howling 7, New Moon Rising. It's horrible. It is putrid. It is garbage on screen. Tom Berger should be in Expendables 4. Yeah, he should be if they do it. Stallone better not wait till he's 80 because it's going to be too late. Speaking of do the more than Jeff Gunn should be in it. Yeah, even if one of them plays a villain, put somebody that I care about. Don't put Liam Hemsworth. Don't put freaking Glenn Powell and Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey can't act. Gina Carano's way better, and she did not deserve to get canceled and fired for The Mandalorian. That was bullshit. They did that over a tweet that she said. I can speak my mind, and no one has canceled me. So yeah, YouTube could never cancel me. I'm going to speak my mind any day of the week. My favorite Expendables is the second one. I saw the second one in the theater. It was fun. I still prefer the first one. That one just got the adrenaline pumping in my arms, man. Seagal only if he loses weight. Yeah, get on a treadmill, go on a diet like I have been doing, and just go to town on that stomach of yours. Or just get that bypass surgery for your stomach and get thinner. You need to be thin to be an action star. You can't be 345 pounds. Is Liam Hemsworth the diet Thor? Yeah, he is. That's why he didn't do an MCU movie yet. I still have not seen Expendables. See it. I recommend you see it on a day like this. Watch it. It's an American action movie, and it deserves all the money that it made back in 2010. Michael J. White as well should be in Expendables. Yeah, not Wesley Snipes where they wasted him in 3. Jangalang, Jangalang. You writers for Expendables 3. That's right, man. He blew that Asian. Oh my god! He like blasted his foot. Yeah, there's some shoddy CG in the movie, like when they're shooting the bullets, but it's still better than the Asylum. If the Asylum made this movie, it would be called what? I think they did a rip off of this movie. Cynthia Rothrock, yeah, she can still kick ass even in her older age now. I could take this hat off. I'm a little bit getting a headache, not from the movie, just from wearing that hat for over an hour. That's right, blow shit up, guys. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm doing this for. What did you say was the worst Stallone movie? One of his worst is Avenging Angelo. I haven't seen Driven, so don't ask me. Martial Law 1 and 2 are good. Yeah, I saw Martial Law 1 and 2 on YouTube. I think, yeah. Yes. Stallone's one of his worst is Avenging Angelo because I'm like, it's an embarrassing movie. It's not even an action movie. It's a crime comedy, and it's not funny. Farting Walls is not funny, guys. And Madeline Stowe is the worst actress in that movie. The worst. There's the White House getting blown up. Chad McQueen had an ego, though. That's why Hollywood never accepted him in bigger roles. Chad McQueen? Who's that? Yeah. And Antonio Banderas was annoying. He wouldn't shut the hell up. And I know what that feels like. Some of my family members, they just talk and they talk for 18 hours a day. It's criminal, man. Criminal. Yeah, we're lucky that didn't happen this year because because these idiot protesters, they could have protested in peace. They didn't have to run into the White House like they're freaking terrorists. The guy in martial law who teamed up with Cynthia Rothrock, he's okay. Oh, that guy, yeah. Get Carter was one of his worst. The remake, I haven't seen the original either. I heard that he was the best part of it. But here's Rick Yoon again. He is the son of Steve McQueen. Yeah, and so is Stephen R. McQueen is the grandson of Steve McQueen. He's a good actor too. I know a lot of people give him shit for having his grandfather's name. He's a good actor, trust me. Stephen R. McQueen. I've seen him in Minutemen and Piranha 3D. He can be good in movies. He was in the Karate Kid as one of the Cobra Kai students, and well before was an action star. Yeah, okay. Some of it is nepotism. People just get their Hollywood star because of their last name. That's why John Landis' son is a writer and a director, and yet he's a racist and he's a sexist and he's an idiot, and he's a freaking flamingo. Thomas Ian Griffith should be an Expendables 4. He would be a good villain. Just don't make him a cartoon like in Karate Kid 3. He's just over. He's a cartoon in that movie. He's like a Looney Tunes. You think Yosemite Sam's over the top? He makes Yosemite Sam look subtle. Ooh, he got stabbed. Just like in Die Hard, when Bruce Willis gets his feet messed up. Of America. Ulterior Motives was decent. I haven't seen that. Excessive Force was fun. Yeah, I liked it. It's actually a fun movie. I want to do more commentaries on movies that you've never heard of, like I did with Tomcats earlier this year. Because I'm like, screw Hollywood for giving commentaries to movies that don't deserve it, like Force Awakens, yet this movie didn't get a commentary. That's why I'm doing it for it. Yeah, Rhoda Mitchell, the only thing she does in this movie is treat people, wounded people. That's about it. No action for her. Cracker Jack, another fun one, was where Thomas Ian Griffin in a Die Hard clone movie. Yeah, there were a lot of Die Hard clones in the 80s and the early 90s because it was a huge hit. This is one of them, but it does its own thing. It doesn't copy beat for beat. The only movie that was too similar to Die Hard was Skyscraper. I don't hate it, but it's so much like Die Hard. I'm like, oh my god, this movie. If it didn't have The Rock with a prosthetic leg, it would be Die Hard. It pretty much is because they're in a skyscraper. It's on fire, just like in Die Hard. He's he has to save his family in a building, just like in Die Hard. Rest in peace, Plummer. Who? Christopher Plummer. Yeah, I miss him a lot. He died at 90 something years old. He was a really good actor. He'll be missed deeply. It's just Rhoda Mitchell, excuse me, not Rhoda Mitchell. She looks too much like Kristen Wiig. I don't know what it is. Her face. I'm like, I'd rather see Kristen Wiig as a nurse because I'm like, got the hottest voice I've ever heard in my life. It's just so feminine and so sweet. Yep, there it is. He's doing a Zoom call. Yep. Did Fast and the Furious become Looney Tunes? Oh hell yeah, it did. Have you seen? Did you see Fate, Hobbs and Shaw, and are you guys seeing Fast Nine? It looks like a cartoon. They're swinging a car with a freaking rope. What? The car can fly now? What the hell? When did this become Star Wars or Back to the Future? He spears John Cena through a freaking glass window out of nowhere. I'm like, it's a cartoon, guys. It's not even a good cartoon. This movie is very violent and not cartoonish at all. I don't even think they crack a joke in this movie. Oh yeah. I hope you saved enough room for my fist because I'm gonna rip your head out and rip out your goddamn spine. I love that in the Running Man. I love that line from Arnold because it's like I'm like, whoa, that's a thread I'll remember forever. I don't love that movie, but Arnold is great in the movie. Have you seen Excessive Force 2? No, just the first one. I have the first one. I got it at the Dollar Tree, but it was worth getting. It was in widescreen and it actually works. They're bothering Melissa Leo again because she's one of the only female characters. Yep, I know. It's not bad, but it was intended to be a sequel. Do you see cars fly like this in Superman? No, because again, it would be a cartoon, except when he carries a car. That makes sense. How old is Melissa Leo now? She just turned she just turned 61. Yeah, she turned 60 last year. It's a good actress. When she did this, she was like in her 50s. Not married. Weird, huh? So good, man. Stacey Randall is the female star of Excessive Force 2. Okay. Movie's almost over, guys. We're hang in there. Movies that you never heard of month would be cool. Yeah, I will do commentaries for movies that you never heard of. Because next month in June is going to be movies for 2021 that I've seen so far. Except for Godzilla versus Kong and Mortal Kombat. I've already reviewed those. But there's still some more movies I've not. That's right. Got him. That's right. I'm a sniper, biatch. Yeah, I pledge allegiance. Exactly. That's what you should do. Love this country or leave it, guys. That's all I gotta say. If Warner Brothers kept the rights to Lego, would you want to see a Lego Justice League? Yeah, they've done some good Lego movies. I love Lego The Flash. It's my favorite Lego movie that was not released in theaters, other than the Lego movie and Lego Batman. If it wasn't for this movie, John Wick would have never came out a year later, proving that yes, an R rating can be profitable. Look at Deadpool. Look at Deadpool 2. Look at Joker. Joker made $1 billion. That's more than the Hangover. Southeast Asia on the brink of war. Well, no, not now. Who do you prefer out of Wincott brothers, Michael or Jeff? Jeff, I think Michael. No, either one. I can't tell them apart. It's almost 2 in the morning. I don't even feel tired. 4:25 in the morning. And why did Morgan Freeman do that movie with Ruby Rose this year? He did a really terrible movie on streaming. All sources? Let me mute this guy. I don't care about your sources. Yeah, BBC. Your false your sources. So a battleship. I could just mute this. Blah blah blah. I hate the news. The news is nothing but depressing propaganda, manipulated propaganda. Would you want Kevin Hart to voice Cyborg? Hell no. They're like, oh my god, I got a head for a gun. Ah! No, I don't want to hear that. Have you heard of Dale Apollo Cook? No. Now we're getting to the third act. So yeah, Melissa Leo, good actress. I didn't know she wasn't married. They're giving him a COVID mask. Ooh, too soon. While he's covering his whole face like Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. I do appreciate that this movie's a lot shorter. It's like an hour shorter than The Dark Knight Rises. He was a real life kickboxer who did the movie American Kickboxer 2 and other B movies. Chris Tucker is Luke Cage? Hell no. Ah! No, I don't want to hear that. High squeaky voices annoy the hell out of me in comedy. That's right, sir. This third act is pretty badass. It really is. Yeah, the targets have masks on. That's why I can't see them. And it's a mask that covers their whole face, not just people complain about wearing masks this year. It's only for your mouth, guys. It's not like you have to cover your entire face. I've worn a mask to cover my entire face many times before the COVID. Do you want to see a Lego Fast and the Furious? If they do it like the cart, like funny and not make, because it doesn't need to be realistic. Those movies are already a cartoon, and there's already a cartoon on Netflix with a hat because it's almost done. So, are you a fan of Matthias Hughes? Who's that? That villain from Die Hard? Yeah, he was a good actor. He was like, I want blood. Yeah. No, he's okay. No, he's not gone because they did the same thing in White House Down. That Richard Jenkins said that what's it call it that Jamie Foxx died, but he fooled his ass, didn't he? Are the 2014 Ninja Turtles Shrek Hulks? Yeah, they are. He's always played a villain like in Black Belt. Yeah, Matthias Hughes. Not no the one who played the alien in I Come in Peace. Oh, okay, him. Yeah, but he was a good actor. We don't see much of him anymore. But I Come in Peace. I saw that years ago, guys. It's been a long time. I've mostly been seeing recent movies on Disney Plus or on Netflix. So forgive me. Cerberus. He was in Mission of Justice. I saw that a long time ago. Kickboxer 2 as well. Okay. Do you want to see aliens in Fast and the Furious? Well, it would make much sense now. All this bullshit that they're putting into the last movie, in the ninth movie. Daniel Bernhardt is underrated. He's okay. He's not. I saw Kickboxer. I mean, not Kickboxer. I meant Bloodsport 4, but that was awful. It's the weird movie. Yeah, it's weird and it's boring. Ugh. Excuse me. The movie's almost over, guys. We're getting to the end. We're about an hour and 40 minutes in. So, hell yeah, punch him, sucker punch. Two Knives. Tenet came out last year. I know, but I'm not reviewing it anytime soon. Get up, Mike. This fight feels a lot like the Raid Redemption. Gary Daniels is another underrated martial artist. He recently did an episode of Kung Fu on the CW. So that's right, Mike. Go freaking, go freaking Scotland on his ass. That's right. Yep. Now you're dead. He said he's gonna stick that knife in your brain. Yeah, he delivered. It's hopefully when Karen Gillian does Gunpowder Milkshake, it's like this. I want it to be hardcore, guys. Don't hold back. Don't hold back at all. Because you have a pretty decent cast in that movie. It's not all of them I'm crazy about. I don't like Lena Headey, but hey, maybe Karen and the rest of them will be get me through it. Yes, I watched Iron Man 3 in the theaters. I wouldn't miss it, but it was not the movie I was expecting. Let's just say that. I gotta change my socks. They stink. He was one of the PM Entertainment's main stars at the time. Yeah, I know. I have a bunch of PM Entertainment movies on DVD because they're hard to find now. Because you can find them on streaming, like on YouTube and Vudu and whatever, but you can't find them on like Netflix because they're very obscure. Hashtag. That's what people put on Twitter. Amazon Prime Video also has a lot of them. Yeah, because Amazon Prime, I think they're getting a deal with to get all of the MGM movies as well. Because Amazon Prime is not owned by Disney. That's why they can put a lot of R-rated stuff there. Disney doesn't have any R-rated movies yet. Wait till they do their plus is going to be plus adults. Do you have British Has Fallen? You mean London Has Fallen? Yes, I do on DVD. I think it's underrated. It's not as good as this one, but it's not horrible. It's shorter. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. It's a lot shorter because there's less characters. I don't remember the villain, though. The villain's very forgettable, just like this one. But Rick Yoon, at least I remember his face in this. That one I'm not putting today because it's not. This is an American holiday. Oh, yeah. And Aaron Eckhart is sweating bullets, man. Movie's almost over, guys. I promise it's under 2 hours. Yeah, it's insured all right. After what happened this year, all these riots and people trying to attack Donald Trump, even though he's not our president anymore. It's Biden. Amazon has Snake Eater 3. I need to see it. I'll probably watch it on YouTube. I haven't. I don't think I've seen. I think I've seen it once, but I have to check. Let me check my old IMDb. I definitely saw the first two. They have it on YouTube as well. So I I have seen Snake Eater 3. I just saw it long. YouTube does not have it anymore. Besides, it was a crappy picture quality. Yeah, because there's a VHS rip. But I did see it a long time ago when they had it on YouTube. I saw it. I think they have it on Daily Motion as well. That's right, the White House. What line is terrible in Infinity War? After Doctor Strange says, what master do you serve? That line after that is the most god awful pandering line I've ever heard in any Marvel movie. And I heard terrible dialogue in Suicide Squad in DC. Yeah, it's that. It didn't need to be in the movie. It's a joke, but it went over my head. I'm like, why did you have to write that in the script? Oh yeah. Mm, oh yeah, Aaron Eckhart. Because we've been through a lot of shit this year and last year. The America was like the first country to close after China in 2020, pretty much. I think. See, Rhoda Mitchell does nothing. She's just a nurse. Doesn't do anything in the sequel either. Ulterior Motives it's on Daily Motion. Yeah, I'll probably check it out. That's it, guys. That was Olympus Has Fallen. An hour and 54 minutes. Pretty long. Very happy I got to finally do this movie. It still holds up. It's still very badass. Tons of action. A lot of blood. Yeah, there's some political intrigue, but it's a Anton Fuqua movie. He's like when this guy does a movie. When freaking Spike Lee does a movie and there's race and racial relations involved in every film that he's done. But if it serves a purpose, go for it. So thanks, guys, for joining me in the chat. I'm sorry for people that couldn't join me because it's late, but hey, happy Memorial Day. Enjoy your day, barbecue, see some patriotic movies. And thankfully, we're still here. And, next month is June, and I have a lot more movies to do live commentaries for. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care and have a good night if you're sleeping after this. So see ya.